Now, y'all hear me talk about Fishy and say how Fishy is a very powerful gangster in a Trinidad. And Fishy, like I said, roll with the six. Now, a while back, I did a video on gangster from Trinidad in prison sent two hitmen to do a hit on a rival. And at the time, when I did the story, I knew it had something to do with the six them, but I couldn't nail it for good. But after the stuff played out over the years or months or weeks and days, it finally come together. Now, like I said, Fishy, he was the one who sent these two hitmen to Grenada from Trinidad, and the video is here to prove it. I'm gonna let you guys listen to the full video. And like I said, it was an older video, but Fishy is beefing with Amoy's family member, and they have been beefing for over 14, maybe all 20 years, and that is over PUSSY. So the thing is, Fishy is not giving up, and Amoy's family member is not giving up either. And one of them aligned themselves with the 7, and one of them aligned themselves with the 6. And you see how the whole thing is playing out in Trinidad, in Grenada, sometime I'll even in St. Vincent and certain other place. The only place I think the 6 and the 7 thing ain't playing out is in Jamaica. You only have the 6 them in Jamaica and them intertwine with other people. But this video right here that I did in the past, it proves that I was right. And I want y'all to sit back and listen to this video. And remember now, Fishy and Amoy family, the 6 and the 7. And when I did this video, I didn't know it was Fishy, and I didn't know it was Amoy's family member. But after doing my research, this video makes sense. Before we move on, I want to let y'all know that we have the WhatsApp group. It's back up in full swing. You can click on the link down below and join the group. I will be releasing videos early in the WhatsApp group and then release it on the channel. Plus a lot of other footage and a lot of other stuff. Y'all can talk to me via the WhatsApp group. Okay? Also, there's another link you can click on. It's called Countryman Canada, and it's a channel geared towards Canada with the knockies, the clappies, the gang, the Caribbean people, all the fuckery, pardon my language, that's going on over there in Canada. So once again, the WhatsApp group, it's up in full swing. And listen, if you're a bottom feeder, you know, don't bother coming out the group. Come try feed off our scene. We just need some positive things and people who want to share information and make the world a better place. Check out the WhatsApp group. Now, Vibes Cartel did do a tune where say XOXO and him talk gypsy. So you hear me I say,
Good day, my wonderful friends. Ilipit, Milipi, Alapa, Gelepen, Dilipi, Grelepiet, Colopon, Trilipi, Malapan. Remember to like, share, and solopop, Scralapai, Alapan, Kilipik, Palapan, Dilipi, Nolopo, Tilipi, Philippi, Kelipi, Shalapan, Bolopo, Telapan. Gypsy that gonna get the great countryman Agitono. Not long ago, in the summer, I did a video on a Trinidad gangster in prison sent 2 hitmen to Grenada to kill another gangster.
No, I'm interjecting. You see that hitman at the time when I made this video is this man right here, Fishy. You understand? Now I want to sit back and listen to the video, and I'll interject whenever I feel it's necessary. Let's go.
Now, the gangster wasn't there that they went to kill, and they ended up killing a young man. This is the young man they killed. They ended up killing this young man, Devon Thomas.
Now, the man that they went after is Amoy's brother, but he wasn't there. And Mr. Thomas, Damian Thomas, the guy right here, so with the blue hat, him end up get killed. So, me interject again, just to explain the whole video, because with this video, like I said, I did it before I knew exactly who was behind certain things. Let's go.
Now, Devon Thomas is kinda a unique person because he had a diplomatic passport and he lived in a rich part of Grenada. Now, the suspects in the killing, they had an accomplice who was a Grenadian. Check this out. This guy right here, Mr. Johan Charles, he is the chaperone. He was the one who entertained the 2 hitmen. So, the gangster in Trinidad linked Mr. Johan Charles, and he was the point man to bring the 2 hitmen them to come into Grenada and murder the next gangster that the one in Trinidad in prison was beefing with. But the whole thing went bad, and let me tell you now how it went bad. Look at the screen in front of you. The hitman right there on the left, that Mr. Farrell, he was guided by the man in the middle, Mr. Charles. Mr. Charles took him to a house in an upscale neighborhood, and this is what happened. Look at the screen.
I interject again. I'ma just want to show you something. Look at the logistics and the money where Fishy have. If him can get in jail and he can have links in Grenada where him have a chaperone, you know, will chaperone the man them and take them to where them supposed to mash the works. Just look how the man them have them logistic down pat
in front of you. It's this development comes approximately 3 months after the fatal shooting in the incident at the luxurious home, and I'm gonna quote, luxurious home of Mr. Linton Warwood that left Mr. Thomas dead. Mr. Warwood was injured. The police had previously detained a Woburn resident, Mr. Johan Charles, the youth in the red outfit, and they charge him with capital murder abatement. Now, let's go back to the infographics. So Mr. Charles, the guy in the red t-shirt, took hitman to a house in the luxurious neighborhood to go and kill the Trinidad gangster. But the Trinidad gangster wasn't there. So what they decided to do, the two hitman them, is to rob and shoot whoever was there. Now, it's kind of weird because in this case, everybody thought the hitman or the hitmen had left Grenada, but they didn't leave Grenada. But another thing that struck out to me, it's the age of all these guys, cause there is another hitman and I'm gonna tell you guys about him. And the second hitman, he actually didn't get charged with murder, and I think I know why. But like I said, if you look at this situation now, maybe I am crazy, but I am gonna go over it real quick. You have a gangster in Trinidad, in prison, and he was able to get intel on a rival gangster and was able to get location. Not only that, he was able to have an intel agent, which would be Mr. Charles, on the ground giving updates, and Mr. Charles now took the man them to the location to do the act. But one thing that was missing in their intel and it is, where was the man that they're going to eat? The man that they were going to eat, he was not there. Now, Mr. Warwood, the owner of the house, this guy, Mr. Warwood, is a big time diplomat. He has a diplomatic passport, and Mr. Warwood, the man who got injured, not the one who died, it seems like this man have some pull in Grenada and Trinidad and certain place, because he lived in one of the biggest community, and apparently he was linking with another gangster who was rivaling another gangster in Trinidad who is in prison.
No, we can put the face behind the man I'm talking in this video. You see what I'm saying? And this is the man, Fishy, and him roll with the 6. You understand? And this is the man I was talking about. We finally get it right. So you guys see when Countryman are doing investigation and doing his video, most of the thing I speak about, it always come true. Because remember now, I didn't know it was Fishy, and nobody told me. I had to dig and dig and dig until I found out, and I put it all together. Let's go.
Hitman was arrested, and he was not charged with a crime. The only crime with murder, I should say, the only thing he was charged with is entering the country illegal. Now, the hitman who get charged, let me say it again, Mr. Farrell, that's his picture right there. He was also charged with a shooting on November 23rd, and that was of this year. So apparently the police then got the intel on him and realized that he was a knockis in the country to do some knockis thing upon some people, and the policeman get a hold of him. Now the guy right here in the red, I think he was the one who told everything, cause he got bail and it seems like he is working with the police, and because of that the police was able to get the information on the plot, the motive. And Mr. Charles, from my source, has become very scared and scared for his life. So Mr. Charles, what he did, he pushed them out. I'm laughing, but it's not funny. My mom always say unfair game played twice. When you're dealing with a bunch of unloyal and slimebag people, the only thing you can expect is straight backstabbing and all sort of sidewinder, sleazebag movements. So a crew like that, obviously there is gonna be some issues. Now, I don't want to teach crime, but when you look at, for example, let's say the US military, what they do with a situation, I'm not even going to use the US military. I'm going to use something that everybody is familiar with. The New York subway. What the subway people them do, the authorities and the engineer, they have a simulation of every possible scenario that can go wrong with the train in terms of transporting people, bringing them back and forth from their destination. And once they do that and do the simulation, which they do it on a regular basis, they put the things in place to stop the problem. Like, for example, they do a simulation on how far a train travel before you need to change the wheels. That train, even though it's a train, it has wheels. So with the simulation, it brings them to the forefront of the problem, and they are able to jump on the problem before it becomes a problem, and able to solve that problem. Now, you see, these youngsters, they don't think like that. They I guess they're a young boy or whatever, but you youngsters out there, you have to, and I'm not gonna tell you guys my secret, but you have to assess your situation, and you have to think of every possible worst scenario in the gangster life that you're doing. And that's all I'm saying, and that I am not teaching crime. Now, with that said, this case is an intriguing case, and the reason why I bring it out is to show the levels of gangsterism and the levels of the intelligence, and how these gang and bandits, or whatever the hell you call them, is working throughout the Caribbean. And it's a travesty to see what is going on with our beautiful islands in the Caribbean. And for my naysayers and people who don't say I'm talking about Jamaica, Jamaica is the #1. We have the highest murder. We have the highest amount of BS going on. And I'm talking to them too. It is a travesty how these youngsters, along with the politician and the police and the upper class and the lower class,
Well, y'all see how it all mesh up. Fishy was the Don in the Trinidad jail that the newspaper and every media outlet reported about. And you know, when I did the video, like I said, I didn't know it was Fishy, but after digging and weaving and bobbing, and I finally figured it out. Fishy are the man, and he has a strong hate for Moi's family member, and he don't like the 7 them, and vice versa. And like I said, it's a PUSSY with them 2 man there, Fishy and the other man, and it kind of spill over in the 7 and the 6 war. And you know, you have money, use a done. You know, you can get man to go anywhere from boat, this, that, Ray. You understand? So that's how the thing set. And like I said, this video proved it all, that I wasn't lying and I wasn't making stuff up, which I don't do. Now, y'all can check out the WhatsApp group. There's a link down below. And you all can also check out Countryman Canada, where we're talking about Toronto and the Knockis and the Clappies them scene.
take our countries and turn it into a killing field. And I hope when people watch this video, they see what I'm talking about. Remember, you have the hitman in jail. Let me repeat that, and I'm not gonna cut this out. You have the head gangster in prison in Trinidad, and he was able to mobilize a few hitmen and send them to Grenada to go take out another rival. And the hit went bad, but people still dead and people got injured, and one thing leads to the next, and now the case is on the forefront and the Grenada police solved the case. Good work for the police them, yo, but I want this case, you guys should see how the Caribbean operate, and I hope people can learn something from this and know that Countryman not just running up his mouth. You understand? This shit is real. Listen, my name is Countryman. Remember to like, Shalepir, Alapan, Solopop, Squalapide, Tulupu, Dilipis, Delepi, Shalapan, Chalapan, Nelepil. I'm out.